Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel if you're returning. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. This will be your life reading. Okay, let's see what else comes in for you. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, as that does help to move the videos around YouTube. So we've got 12th house. This one wants to come up as well. First house. And we've got third house. Let's get some astrological guidance. Yard Destiny. North Node is also going to be in Gemini, so there's going to be a fated quality to some things. We've got Mercury retrograde, as I said, it's coming in. And then we've got lunar eclipse, okay, coming in. So we just had a lunar eclipse. Bottom of the astrological deck is South Node, life states. So that is about letting the past go and letting baggage go. We've got green Tala, start delegating. Cordelia. And we've got Ishel. Bottom of the deck is Isis, past life. Let's get some fairy tarot. Okay, 4 of autumn. Bottom of the fairy tarot is 5 of summer. 5 of cups. Let's get a destiny card. Reflection. Okay, as I said, with the Mercury retrograde, that is going to be the best course of action. And you've also got 12th house here. So that goes very much with that situation, with anything that comes up with the 12th house. Okay, so let's have a look. So 12th house. All right, so 12th house, it covers everything that's in the unconscious, and your unconscious rules about 90% of your life. So that's quite a big chunk. It's all the things that go on, and behind the scenes, under the surface. And this covers many different things. It can be your, your spiritual life. It can be, your connection to the divine, and it can also be your connection to mysticism, and also to healing. And this is whether this is healing of yourself or healing towards others. This can be a profession that you're involved in. So all of those things come up. Connection to the divine can be as in, downloading information or receiving information. And this can come in the form of imagination or inspiration. So you could be receiving a lot of information at this time, or be really inspired to do with certain things, or your profession, or whatever it is that's unfolding in your life. It can also be to do with retreat or seclusion, or in some cases reflection, and needing time to do that. And this can be done in lots of ways. This can be done in meditation, or it can just be doing quiet activities like artistic activities, or it could be spending time in nature, gardening, whatever's appropriate for you. So taking time out to reflect and also to process and possibly release things as well. As I said, with Mercury retrograde, releasing, especially with the 12th house, becomes important. So this can also be dealing with issues to do with karma. So this is your karma, and the unfolding of that, and various things that you may be, cycles that you may be completing, new ones that you are beginning, and so on. And in some cases, this can be people. You can be related to people or involved with people who have a karmic influence or have are part of your karma. And it can also be to do with any kind of escapism. So this can be literally taking a break and escaping from your environment so that you can recharge and rest yourself and do that reflection, that navel gazing, or just meditation. So it can be like a yoga retreat or something like that. But it can also be literally escapism, as in not being able to face certain things or not wanting to face certain things. And this would be an unconscious situation. So anything sitting in the unconscious that needs to be processed or dealt with is more than likely going to come up when it gets affected. So this can be programming that needs to be released, indoctrination, any kind of inhibition, any self-defeating behaviors, and anything that holds you back. This could be even a lack of self-confidence which comes from some aspect of your childhood or whatever the situation may be. It can also be dependence on things. So whether this is codependency on other people, or like a substance, or addictions to things, that can also come up with the 12th house to be dealt with. And if it's not yours, then you could be seeing it in somebody else's life and understanding deeper concepts to do with that. It can also be, in some cases, visiting institutions of all kinds. So this can be like government institutions, or hospitals, or libraries, or universities, and so on. So it's your experiences while you are engaged in an activity there. All of these things can come in. So now we've got your destiny. As I said, fate and destiny are kind of indicated, in some ways here. So this is a destiny card. There can be a little bit of chaos and upheaval with this card. It can actually bring that in, and it can, make you feel like you're walking through treacle sometimes. So, but what it is, it actually is intended to steer you towards your purpose. And it's kind of like it's inevitable that you've got to face certain things and you've got to achieve certain things. So you just got to roll up your sleeves and get on with it. And in some cases, it can be that you are tackling something which is really unique and different and not easily embraced by other people. So you may not have support. You may not have insight. You may not have anybody who's, can give you advice or help you with the path that you are on. It really is about connecting to your own inner guidance. And following that. So there's divine timing in this as well. That also does come in. Things unfold when they're supposed to with this card. But it can also be about steering you, as I said, towards a specific path. And it can feel a little bit lonely on that path, because in some cases you can be like the black sheep of the family, or you can just be marching to a different drummer. You see things differently. You understand things differently. And therefore you are kind of feeling alone. But you are never alone. You have the entire universe to back you. So really it's about tapping into that, listening to your inner guidance. And this is where the meditation and the with the 12th house, the meditation and the reflection comes in, because then you open those doors to that guidance to come in and manifest in your life. And it can also be to do with perhaps working solitarily, like on your own in a solitary fashion, or working privately on something. In some cases it can be in secret on something, just following your own path and gathering information, or working on a project. And the path may not be clear. So you may get one step and then you'll have to wait for the next step. That's why the divine timing comes in. You will be led forward, though. It can feel a bit like pioneering for some people. So, you know, your entire path won't be revealed to you up front because it would overwhelm you. So you get given one step at a time, and then once you've achieved one, then you can move on to the next one. So all of those are coming in with this energy, but it does build up incredible inner strength and connection to your inner self and your inner GPS. That is the whole purpose of this energy. Now we've got here green Taurus, start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So you need to pace yourself, number one. And number two, there must be others around you who can assist you with tasks. So this is about prioritizing time for yourself to do this inner work and also to process things and reflection and so on. And also to help you make decisions. If you are so overwhelmed that you have no time, then you don't actually get to do that for yourself, and that is a part of your self-care. You allocate time for yourself so that you can do your inner processing and do the releasing and whatever else needs to happen. So call in those to assist you and your spirit team, and you know, if you can get a service in to help you with the other tasks, maybe, then do that. Otherwise, family members or other people who, you know, friends, whoever it is that is around you that can assist you at this time. But the reflection will be needed at this time to help you to work on things like that. With the 12th house, sometimes fears can rise up. You know, as I said, you're dealing with karma and you're dealing with processing of things and also deconditioning. That can also come in. So now we have got here 5 of summer. So trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Okay, so this you know, can be very much a 12th house issue where you get pulled under by other people's insecurities or problems or complications, and you have to put boundaries in to ensure that you don't get sucked in. And in some cases it can be actually associating with people like the wrong crowd and so on. So just make sure that you are following that. Remove yourself from negative emotions of others, and you know, and let go of worries and concerns about things, because the minute you do that, you'll put your energy into that, and then you become like magnetized to those worries. So then you draw towards you the things that you're worrying about. You don't want that. You want positive manifestations. So that's why it's important to allocate time for yourself so that you can rest, recuperate, and prioritize and make decisions and just reflect on what needs to be done. Now with the first house, this is to do with the body. So this is your physical body. So, you know, everything to do with the actual physical aspect of it, how you look and so on. But it can also be to do with your life force, your radiance, your chi, you know, your energy that you're giving off, and what you're projecting outwardly to others. And that can be to partners, to family members, and so on, or in your workplace or whatever the situation is. So it's about self-care. As I said to you, self-care, I do feel is coming, and you need to do that. So start delegating and prioritize time. So plan it in, diarize time for yourself. It's going to be needed. So the first house covers all of those aspects. It's what you're projecting outward to others as well, what they perceive when they see you, when they interact with you, the energy that you're giving off. If you need time to retreat, to recalibrate and actually boost your energies up, then that's what you must do. Otherwise, you're going to come across as exhausted or resentful or tired or whatever the situation may be, or just stressed, you know. It can also be connection to your self-oriented interests. So whatever that may be, you know, giving time to that and actually allowing those to have a place in your life. You know, just also how you are navigating your way through the world. How are you meeting the world? What's your independence like? How are you actually meeting your challenges that come up for you? So it's your attitude and your optimism and your approach. What are you giving out in that regard? If it all comes in with the first house. So now it is saying here, Cordelia is saying, go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. This is going to help to refresh your body. It's going to invigorate you. It's going to help your life force. It's going to boost your energy and also your outlook. you know, and that is why she's saying spend time in nature, by the sea or by a water body, spend time amongst the flowers, or in, you know, go on hikes, or just spend time in nature. That's going to boost your energy tremendously, and that's going to help you. So if you've got a garden, then garden. If you grow things, you know, food, or, you know, plants that, you know, vegetables and things, then do that. Or go on hikes, or go on any kind of activity in the outdoors. Spend time in nature. Really, it's going to help you, and it's going to refresh your attitude and your feelings about yourself and about your place in the world, and so on. We have got, as I said, Mercury retrograde. I did mention this earlier on. It's anything with a re in front of it: reinvention, repeat, relocate, review, release. And I feel in your case it's going to be release. Letting go of things that don't serve you anymore, that have no place in your life. Letting go. And this can be old memories, old things, whatever it is. But there is some introspection and reflection, as I said, that is required at this time. And this is for processing, and it's also to just work through things, you know. So it's a very introspective period. It's also a time to be going over things, as I said, going over things with a fine-tooth comb if you are dealing with details. Beware of your communications, check your communications, choose your words with care, because things could be misunderstood or misinterpreted. And your electronics obviously could very well be affected. But it's also, things may pop back, or people may pop back into your life from the past, usually to deliver something, or you get closure, or some kind of message from that, or some kind of, you know, something that, an insight which is pertinent for you at that time. And if you do have to make an action or take a big action of some sort, double check it, triple check the paperwork and so on, and get others to check it as well, to get other eyes on it, to make sure that nothing has been overlooked or misunderstood. But it's a very good time. It's a very good period to actually take a magnifying glass and go over something, or some aspects that you are dealing with. And during that process, you will come up with a much better plan. You'll be able to create something better, because you are actually focusing on it. Time slows down, and it really is a time for you to just go over it and come up with and create something much better than what you had to begin with. And you're going to get your inspiration from nature, and being outdoors, it's going to refresh you as well. So that's important, and it's going to invigorate your body, and so on. So make sure you do some exercise, or get out, just get outdoors in some way, shape or form. Now, with regards to the releasing and so on, we've got South Node Life States. So this card deals with all aspects to do with, you know, like your karma, and also to do with aspects of your life that you need to let go of. As I said, with the 12th house coming up, this is aspects that need to be released. Now, this can be troublesome behavior that you have, like worrying excessively, or obsessing about certain things, or you know, whatever is your thing. Just make sure that you are releasing, and let go of baggage, especially emotional baggage, because that very much does come in with this card. So it's very much an energy of letting go of old baggage, releasing things that no longer serve you. And this can be people or situations or environments. And in some cases, it can be to do with your actual environment from a toxicity point of view. So this can be medications, or it can be house cleaning products. Whatever is triggering for you, whatever is not working for you, you must release it. And once you've done that, then you have a clean slate. Because it's saying that, you know, once you deal with the South Node, then you are ready to move forward into the future, because you're unfettered. You're not in a self-defeating pattern. You are then able to, and free, and your energy is freer to move forward, to create new things. Your energy has been released from being trapped or circling around in situations that have never got resolved, or never got faced or sorted out. You know, your energy gets trapped there until you release it. So this is about that, going through that process, letting go of things. It can be material things as well. Whatever is holding you back or bogging your energy down, anything that holds you back, the South Node is very much about dealing with that. It can be a big door slamming shut, literally very abrupt. It can occur. Something closes, and you simply have no choice but to move forward and move on, and deal with things. You know, deal with what needs to be dealt with. Release yourself from as much as you can, so that you can move forward with a lighter and brighter energy. So it's saying here with the Isis past life, this situation involves your past life memories. So you could be at this time just feeling a bit insecure or be concerned with things that are coming up from the 12th house, because this does deal with karma as well. Things that are coming up that may affect you at this time. So this can be, it can be physical ailments, which actually originated from an emotional trauma. It can be just emotional issues that you need to release, or emotional baggage, or just past experiences, which can be relationship related or work related or whatever the situation is. But this is saying that your roots are very deep and ancient, and that, you know, echoes from past lives can be brought through into this lifetime because you're still working on them, or you haven't released your energy from them. And this can be to do with changes in the world, profession changes, work changes, you know, home changes, relationship changes. It's just she's saying to you that that whatever is repeating for you, or whatever is coming up and it feels very uncomfortable, have no fear about it. Do not let it hold you back. Do not allow it to prevent you from moving forward, because whatever is coming up is necessary. It's important, but it's an ancient fear that actually has no real substance in this life. It's just a hangover from before, and it just needs to be faced and dealt with, and then you can move forward. But don't allow those memories or just that feeling of being uncomfortable to hold you back. Move forward with strength, and if you have to go and get a past life regression, or deal with somebody, you know, speak to somebody who can assist you with that. But otherwise, just do it through reflection, quietly, working through these things, and don't be afraid. That's the main message with this. Now, with third house, we've got here, as I said, this is everything to do with communication. So written, verbal, even body language comes in with this. And it can be certain family members, so general relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings come in, and even neighbors may come in with this. It's also about learning and, you know, internet, electronics, the assimilation of information. And this can also be the exchange of ideas and information. So it's also listening as well as talking or writing and so on. Listening is just as important. It can also be to, you know, the exchange of ideas, research, you know, collating things, language may be coming in, you know, writing, things like that. It can also be to do with contracts and documents, as I said. So contracts and documents, double check, triple check everything. And you could also be hearing news, or you could be receiving news in some way. All of these things are possible. Also short journeys with cars, or a journey with the car, which requires a map and some planning, may be coming in. And but just general communication in all its forms is the main component here. Now we have got lunar eclipse. So this is bringing a change in. So whatever had came up from that may be echoing. Sometimes these things can take place, you know, can wrap up within a 6-week period, and other times they can take a 6-month period to unfold and sort themselves out. But it can also be like an abrupt change of some sort coming in. And this is, you know, inevitable and necessary. It's necessary for your growth. So you could very well be just literally moved from one environment to another, or change a change of direction. In some cases, it can be a realization or a perception shift, where you just suddenly see something that you did not see before, or just wasn't apparent before. Now that the realization sinks in. And this can be really expansive. It can really move you in lots of different ways, but it can also just be like a some sort of like a wake up, and you know, then now you've got to rearrange things. It can be a little bit uncomfortable initially, but once you pass through that little bit, that transition, then you're away. And it could also be something that has been in the background, that has been kind of simmering away, and you just didn't quite have all the facts to do with it, or you didn't fully know what was going on. It could have just been bubbling away in the background, and now all of a sudden, abruptly, it bubbles over, and now you have to, you know, deal with the consequences, or with the actual outcome. But always just remember that with this, it's cyclical. It can also be to do with, it may have a feminine influence. It could also be feminine wisdom that is being activated in some way here. It's the phases of the moon, and so if it's going to unfold over a 6 month period, then that the cycle of the moon is important for the next for the rounding up of it, which will more than likely finish within the next 6 months. So but it really is it's a necessary and inevitable change, and it's going to be, your attitude and your approach to it is going to determine the transition. But as I said, it could really, instead of being a physical thing that occurs in your life, it can really be a powerful realization or perception shift that occurs. We have got Isha Medicine Woman. So it says you are a divine channel, you are a channel for divine healing power. So this can be taken in lots of different ways. This could be, in fact, that for some of you who do spiritual work or who are involved in becoming a channel of some sort, then this could very well be activating you in some way, because the third house is to do with expression, so you could be writing, you could be doing a channel like this, or you could be doing some other method of expression, but it's saying that you are a channel for healing power, and all you have to do is lift up your consciousness, and you become a divining rod, as it were, from heaven, to come down and to manifest on this earth plane. So you become like a divining rod, really. That's what it is, to carry the power down. And it's just this can manifest in lots of different ways. So it could be a spiritual aspect that you have, or it could be just that you are able to do this in lots of different ways. You could be doing this for yourself in the form of healing. As I said to you, Jupiter is in Pisces. Pisces rules the 12th house, so you have really a wonderful opportunity to pull this beautiful energy down to heal yourself and heal a situation in your life, particularly if it's past life related. So this could be a relationship or any other kind of situation in your life which has been troublesome for you. So you have a wonderful healing power now to heal that situation with the help of Jupiter in Pisces, which is expansive. It brings in breakthroughs, it brings in luck, some sort of expansion, some sort of boost can occur there. And it could also be that you are able to bring this healing power down and transmit it into other areas of your life. So this could be to do with dealing with your family, or your loved ones, or in the work that you do. There are many expressions for healing power. It doesn't have to be only in the spiritual realm. This can be literally a kind touch from you, or a kind word from you, or just being there for somebody who needs to talk, or helping others in some way. And this can be the transmission of information, but it can also be volunteering for things. There's many different ways that this can be brought up. But it's saying that you have this opportunity, and you have this ability, and we are all in our way able to do this. We just have different expressions. So what is your expression? How are you going to do this? But first of all, channel it for yourself, help yourself, and if you can, help others. And be aware that you have got this ability, and that you have really a huge opportunity, I feel, at this time to overcome things that have been troublesome in your life. The healing is possible there for you, and this is, Jupiter in Pisces is transcendent. So you have the ability to really connect to heaven, or to your spirit team, or whatever it is that you follow, to really manifest this a really big breakthrough. We have also got here 4 of Autumn. Now this is a more practical issue, so that is one of the more practical sides of the 3rd house. It says here, manage your resources wisely, achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help out those that are less fortunate. So as I said, this is letting go of poverty consciousness or lack consciousness, and this all stems from the 12th house. This is a learned programming, or something you've inherited down the line from your family members, where you just feel in lack, and you drive yourself to do certain things. So whatever drives you is a habitual behavior, and that comes in under the 12th house. So you could be driven to certain ways of life or certain ways of thinking or certain programs that are running in your background, in your mind all the time, which drive you to become a workaholic or to not have very firm boundaries with people around you. And you know, things like that. There's lots of ways that then come in. But this is saying that there's poverty consciousness or lack consciousness or not seeing yourself as truly valuable or worthy. That can come in. And just be sure that you are spending time on self-care and that you are directing self-care and love towards yourself, and this will help you to overcome this this kind of block that can occur. But it's also just saying practically to balance, you know, your money and your spending and so on, put something away for a rainy day and so on, and you know, just achieve a balance. And this is also about giving and receiving. So help out those that are less fortunate if you can do so. What you give, you always get back. It always comes back to you in some form or another. So everything you give. So give what you want to receive. Okay, just think about that. Give what you want to receive. All of these aspects are hugely important, and they need to be retaught to people to overcome blocks that they've inherited or that they've become a victim of programming of some sort. So let go of victim consciousness as well, or just being a martyr to some sort of situation. You need to balance giving and receiving. So what you give will come back to you, but also you must give back to yourself. So give love and self-care back to yourself, time and so on, and balance giving and receiving. So, you know, always come from a full cup. If you don't have a full cup, you cannot give to another or to another situation, because then you become depleted and resentful. You need to give back to yourself to fill up your cup so that you can share. All of these aspects are important going forward now. Hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. Take care. Don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe. Have a good month, and I will see you next time.